I remember just feeling this calling to be different. It was kind of amazing growing up, and I was actually hitting all of these goals that I spent so many years envisioning.
And tonight, to lead us in the singing of our national anthem, would you please make welcome the lovely and talented Franki Moscato.
It just made me realize just the illusion of it all. When I was really, really little, I was kind of that annoying little kid singer.
Hey, little girl, let's see Franki. You sure are cute.
There is Franki.
I was full of so much energy that I didn't know what to do with it. They put me into dance, so they gave me the little tutu. Even then, I was just too crazy. That's when my grandma Judy got me into piano lessons. Honestly, that's when I put all of that energy into this music. The more that I focused on it and the more that I would sacrifice things like softball and lean away from the other activities that I love to do, the more that I totally felt different. But I started to get noticed, and that was like really motivating for me. And so I just pushed harder, and I dedicated more of my energy into perfecting my singing. And the next thing I know, I get invited to sing the national anthem for 70,000 Green Bay Packer fans. A couple years later, I was just in a restaurant one day. I'm just singing, and there happens to be a scout in the audience from American Idol, and he asks if I'm interested in going on the show. And I did just a little audition in my room. Just about a week later, they called and they said, "Franki, we want you on the show."
Hello, I'm Franki Moscato. I'm 16 years old, and I'm gonna play "Who You Are" by Jessie J.
I was just this kid that looks around and there's so much talent. It's like, why am I here? How did I get here? Honestly, I felt like I am supposed to be so happy, and I didn't understand why I wasn't. Because I always saw my idols and my mentors on television, and I thought they're just so happy because they got their dreams, and it's like, I'm getting these dreams and I'm reaching these goals, but why am I not feeling joyful? It was like the greatest time of my life, and then it was also the beginning of the worst time of my life. That's when I lost all of my energy and joy that I used to have. And that's when I kind of lost myself for a while. I wanted to crawl in a hole and just shut off the entire world. I remember writing down a list of 15 goals of things that I was going to achieve. It was kind of amazing growing up, and I was actually hitting all of these goals. I was still not finding satisfaction. I was just saying, why, God? Why have you left me alone? You don't want me to be happy. There were points in my darkest times when I doubted everything. What is the point of going to church? What is the point of all of this, of singing and practicing? Because everything just felt quiet, and I felt like I couldn't hear anything anymore. I couldn't hear God's voice. I decided to just go to Mass. This was my first Mass in a couple years. Something just drew me to come back again another week. And then I came back another week, and then another. I didn't know what it was, but I felt drawn to become their cantor and play music for the masses. And that's when I realized this really is what I want to do, and I really think this is what God wants me to do. His will and what I wanted was harmonizing. And my passion for music became stronger than ever. Spirit, keep my lantern burning, all you love by... Do everything that I can for whoever crosses my path. I want to just uplift them and encourage them. And so in 2019, I created the Franki Moscato Foundation. These are our Be Kind t-shirts. The money is all donated to impoverished families. I really felt like, okay, God, finally, just like this is feeling so right. I think it was one of my first fundraisers for the foundation, and wouldn't you know, like right in the middle of all of this, I'm in contact with American Idol to come back on the show. I knew that if I would go that route, then I'd kind of give up this event that I had coming up. I've always had this calling to just help kids, and I willfully choose to go towards what I feel like is more of my calling. It wasn't really a hard decision to just decline going back on the show. Once I realized that music does have the power to inspire people and uplift them, I found so much more meaning in music. It became more of a way for me to worship the Lord. And the second that I start singing, or even practicing on my keyboard, that's when my prayer starts. I think before I involved God so much into my work, I think it felt like work, and I thought that I need to reach these goals by myself, and I think that is why I wasn't feeling satisfied when I was reaching them. I genuinely find more spiritual fulfillment in singing at Mass than singing in a stadium at Lambeau Field. We all have our gifts, and we're good at different things, but I think we have to identify like what really brings us closer to Him, and that's it. That's what we should be doing.